Imagine a place so wild, so otherworldly, that over 90% of its wildlife can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's real, and it's called Madagascar. This island, drifting off the southeast coast of Africa, is like nature's greatest experiment, home to creatures that defy imagination and landscapes that shift from bone-dry deserts to dripping emerald rainforests in the blink of an eye. Think about it. Lemurs leaping through ancient canopies, chameleons vanishing into the leaves, and towering baobab trees, some over 1,000 years old, standing like guardians of time. 6 of the world's 9 baobab species grow only here. That's not just rare, it's magical. And here's the twist. Despite being so close to Africa, no humans set foot on Madagascar until just 1,500 years ago. For ages, its wildlife evolved untouched, crafting one of the most unique ecosystems on the planet. Today, Madagascar isn't just the 4th largest island in the world. It's a living, breathing mini-continent, bursting with life, culture, and stories waiting to be uncovered. So buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just a travel guide. It's a journey into one of Earth's last true wonders. Number 13. Avenue of the Baobabs. In the heart of Madagascar's Menabe region, between Morondava and Bellonai-Tsirabihina, lies one of the island's most iconic landscapes, the Avenue of the Baobabs. Here, along a dusty red road, a natural cathedral of giant trees rises skyward. These are Grandadier's baobabs, known locally as Renala, mother of the forest. Some stretch nearly 30 meters high, standing like ancient guardians of a world long gone. Once, vast tropical forests covered this region. Today, these trees are the last survivors, left isolated by centuries of deforestation. Their survival is not guaranteed. Agriculture, bushfires, and the growing impacts of climate change threaten their existence, and with them, the ecosystems and communities they support. Yet, amid these challenges, hope endures. In 2007, the avenue was granted temporary protected status, the first step toward making it Madagascar's very first natural monument. Local organizations have since stepped in, working to protect the trees while helping nearby villages build sustainable futures. Ecotourism projects, craft markets, and community initiatives now link the fate of these ancient baobabs with the livelihoods of the people who live among them. Walk here at sunrise, and the trees glow golden against the morning sky. Visit at sunset, and their silhouettes paint a picture that feels timeless, almost spiritual. The Avenue of the Baobabs is not just a wonder of Madagascar, it is a symbol of resilience, standing tall against the pressures of the modern world. Number 12. Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park. On the western side of Madagascar lies one of the most otherworldly landscapes you'll ever see, Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park. The name, Tsingy, literally means where one cannot walk barefoot, and once you see it, you'll understand why. The land is a jagged forest of limestone needles, razor-sharp rock formations carved over millions of years by water seeping through the ground. It looks like nature built a giant stone labyrinth, dramatic, dangerous, and breathtaking all at once. But this place isn't just a geological wonder. It's alive. Somehow, life has adapted to this spiky maze. Lemurs leap across the sharp rocks, birds nest among the cliffs, reptiles hide in the cracks, and countless insects thrive in places you'd think nothing could survive. Many of these species exist nowhere else on Earth. Exploring the Tsingy is not your typical walk in the park. Visitors cross hanging suspension bridges, hike through twisting trails, and even drift along the Manambalo River Gorge, where towering cliffs rise up on either side. It's part Indiana Jones, part natural science classroom. The world has taken notice. UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site, recognizing not just its bizarre beauty, but also its value to both culture and science. This is a place that teaches us about evolution, resilience, and how life can flourish in the harshest of environments. But as remote and rugged as it is, Tsingy de Bemaraha isn't safe from human threats. Illegal logging and land clearing creep dangerously close. That's why conservation here is focused on sustainable tourism, making sure people can experience its wonder without destroying what makes it special. For those lucky enough to visit, the Tsingy offers something unforgettable. A mix of raw adventure and natural spectacle. It's one of Madagascar's most iconic landscapes, a place where nature shows off both its sharp edges and its incredible creativity. Number 11. Ifidi. On Madagascar's southwestern coast, not far from Toliara, lies Ifidi, a place where time seems to slow down. Picture this: white sandy beaches, calm turquoise waters, and an endless horizon. It's the kind of coastal escape that feels both peaceful and alive at the same time. Ifidi is more than just a beach destination. Offshore, a massive coral reef protects the shoreline, keeping the waters calm and crystal clear. That reef is also home to a spectacular underwater world, making Ifidi a paradise for snorkelers and divers. Vibrant fish, colorful corals, and an entire marine ecosystem thrive just below the surface. Head inland, and the scenery shifts dramatically. Here you'll find Madagascar's famous spiny forests, a strange, almost alien landscape filled with drought-resistant plants and unique wildlife found nowhere else. Hiking through these forests feels like stepping into another world. But Ifidi isn't only about nature, it's also about culture. The area is dotted with small fishing villages, where the Vizo people have lived by the sea for generations. Visitors can experience their traditional way of life, try fishing the local way, or simply share a meal of freshly caught seafood. And if you come at the right season, you might even witness humpback whales migrating past the coast, an unforgettable sight. Of course, with beauty comes responsibility. Ifidi's coral reefs and delicate ecosystems are under pressure from tourism and environmental change. Conservation efforts here are vital, not just to protect the natural wonders, but also to support the local communities that depend on them. In the end, Ifidi is more than just a beach getaway. It's a place where relaxation, adventure, and culture come together, a destination that captures the very essence of Madagascar's coastal charm. Number 10. Amber Mountain National Park. Up in the far north of Madagascar, hidden within the Diana region, lies one of the island's true treasures, Amber Mountain National Park, known locally as Montagne d'Ambre. Imagine stepping from hot, dry lowlands straight into a cool, misty rainforest. That's exactly what happens here. Spread across more than 18,000 hectares of volcanic highlands, Amber Mountain is like its own little world, green, lush, and alive with incredible biodiversity. The cooler climate and thick rainforest create the perfect refuge for species that can't survive in the harsher surroundings. This park is bursting with life. Over 75 species of birds, 25 species of mammals, plus countless reptiles and amphibians call this place home. It's also famous for its rare and quirky creatures, like the crowned lemur, Sanford's brown lemur, and the tiny, almost unbelievable Bruchisia micra, one of the smallest chameleons on Earth. The plant life is just as spectacular. Towering ancient trees, delicate orchids, and dense ferns create a canopy so rich, you feel completely immersed in nature. And for adventurers, the park's network of trails is a dream. You can take short, gentle walks to waterfalls and crater lakes, or tackle the more challenging Grand Circuit Trail that climbs all the way to the summit for jaw-dropping views. But Amber Mountain isn't just about beauty. It's also a reminder of how fragile Madagascar's ecosystems are. Deforestation and habitat loss remain real threats, which is why conservation efforts, from ecotourism to community education, are so important here. For travelers, this park offers something rare: A chance to step into a cooler, greener Madagascar, full of unique wildlife and breathtaking landscapes. It's no wonder Amber Mountain is considered one of the country's must-see destinations for nature lovers. Number 9. Ambohimanga. Just outside Antananarivo, perched high on a hill, stands Ambohimanga, a place that isn't just beautiful, but deeply sacred. Known as the Blue Hill, it's one of the most important cultural landmarks in Madagascar, carrying centuries of history, tradition, and spiritual meaning for the Maraina people. This was once a fortified royal city, the very cradle of the Maraina dynasty. It was here, in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, that King Andrianampoinimerina laid the foundation for a united kingdom. Walking its paths today feels like stepping into the heart of Madagascar's royal past. Ambohimanga is more than ruins, it's an entire cultural landscape. Within its royal enclosure, you'll find palaces, burial grounds, and sacred bathing pools. The wooden palace of King Andrianampoinimerina still stands proudly, built without a single nail. It's a masterpiece of traditional Malagasy craftsmanship and a symbol of resilience and ingenuity. Scattered throughout the hill are ancestral tombs and ritual baths once used for purification ceremonies. All of it is surrounded by remnants of the ancient sacred forest, a reminder of how deeply nature and spirituality are tied together here. Today, Ambohimanga is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It isn't just preserved as history, it continues to live as a place of pride, unity, and reverence. For the Malagasy people, it's a beacon of cultural continuity, a symbol of resistance against colonial domination, and a sacred space where past and present meet. Visitors who come here don't just see monuments. They feel the weight of legacy. They witness how traditions endure. They walk away with a deeper understanding of Madagascar, not just its history, but its spirit. Ambohimanga isn't simply a hill, it's the soul of a nation. Number 8. Nosy Be. Northwest of Madagascar lies a jewel of the Indian Ocean, an island called Nosy Be, which means Big Island in Malagasy. It's the country's largest and liveliest tourist destination, known for its fascinating blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. Back in the colonial era, it was once called Asada. Today, it's often nicknamed the Perfume Island, thanks to the sweet fragrance of ylang-ylang trees that thrive in its fertile soil. Just one whiff of the air, and you'll understand why. Nosy Be's story stretches back centuries. Originally, it was home to small groups of Antankarana and Zafanofatsi people. Later, the Sakalava people settled here, and they remain the island's predominant ethnic group today. In the 19th century, Nosy Be was swept into Madagascar's larger history. After King Radama I expanded his rule westward, the island came under Malagasy control, only to later fall under French colonization in 1840. The French built an outpost here, and just a few years later, history took a dramatic turn. When slavery was abolished in 1848, the Sakalava people revolted against French rule, shaping the island's legacy of resilience. But Nosy Be isn't just about history, it's also a paradise for nature lovers. The island is home to species you can't find anywhere else, like one of the world's tiniest frogs, Stumpfia pygmea, and the minuscule chameleon Bruchisia minima. In the Lokob Nature Reserve, you'll encounter lemurs, rare chameleons, and a dense forest that feels like stepping back into Madagascar's wild origins. Even the land itself tells a story. Nosy Be was born of fire. It's a volcanic island, dotted with 11 crater lakes and crowned by Mount Lokob, its highest peak. The tropical climate brings humid summers and gentler dry seasons, keeping the island green and vibrant all year round. And just offshore, the waters of Nosy Be play host to something extraordinary, Omura's whale, one of the rarest whales on Earth. Scientists now recognize these waters as critical habitat, highlighting Nosy Be's role in global marine biodiversity. But paradise is never without challenges. Urban growth, industry, and unregulated tourism put pressure on both the island and its fragile marine ecosystems. The future of Nosy Be depends on striking a balance, protecting its history and ecology, while still welcoming the world to discover its wonders. Today, Nosy Be remains more than just a travel destination. It's a living story, a place where history, culture, and biodiversity come together in one small island. Visitors often leave with more than just photographs. They carry a deep appreciation for this island's resilience, beauty, and the ongoing fight to preserve its future. Number 7. Andesibe-Mantadia National Park. Deep in the eastern rainforests of Madagascar lies Andesibe-Mantadia National Park, a place where nature feels alive in every direction. It's one of the island's most important conservation areas and the best spot to encounter Madagascar's most famous lemur, the Indri. The park is actually two areas combined, Andesibe and Mantadia. Together, they protect a sprawling landscape of misty rainforests, rolling hills, and winding rivers. It's a world full of life, where the air is thick with the sound of birds, frogs, and most memorably, the haunting morning calls of the Indri. These songs echo through the forest, almost like nature's own choir, and there's something you never forget once you've heard them. Andesibe-Mantadia is a biodiversity hotspot. It's home to 12 different species of lemurs, over 100 bird species, countless reptiles, and an astonishing variety of orchids and tropical plants. In the rainy season, from November to April, the forest explodes with color, flowers bloom everywhere, frogs sing from hidden ponds, and the whole ecosystem feels electric. For visitors, the best way to explore is on guided walks. You wander through trails shaded by towering trees, past small waterfalls and crystal-clear pools, all while keeping your eyes and ears open for movement in the canopy above. With a little luck, you'll spot a family of Indris leaping through the trees, or a bright chameleon blending perfectly into the leaves. But like much of Madagascar, the park faces challenges. Deforestation and the pressures of tourism are constant threats. Conservation here is an ongoing effort, with a focus on restoring habitats and encouraging sustainable tourism. Local guides don't just show visitors the wildlife, they also help protect it, monitoring species and teaching travelers about the delicate balance of the forest. Cultural tours add another layer, connecting visitors to local communities who have lived alongside this forest for generations. Their traditions and knowledge offer a powerful reminder of how deeply human life is tied to the natural world. In the end, Andesibe-Mantadia isn't just about seeing wildlife. It's about experiencing one of Madagascar's most treasured natural environments in a way that stays with you long after you leave, the songs of the Indri still echoing in your mind. Number 6. Isolo National Park. Tucked away in the southwest of Madagascar, in the Iram region, lies one of the island's most breathtaking treasures, Isolo National Park. Imagine vast sandstone cliffs, dramatic canyons, and hidden green oases carved out by centuries of wind and rain. That's Isolo, a natural masterpiece that feels both ancient and alive. Created in 1962, the park covers a landscape that looks like nature's own art gallery, giant rock sculptures shaped over millions of years. But it's not just about the scenery. Isolo is a haven for wildlife, a sanctuary where life has found a way to thrive in some of the harshest, most dramatic terrain. The park's elevations stretch from about 500 meters to over 1,200, which means a huge variety of ecosystems packed into one place. Here, you'll find dry deciduous forests, sparse woodlands, and the iconic tapia trees, vital for local wildlife and for the silk-producing moths that depend on them. Lemurs leap through the trees, rare birds call the park home, and researchers from around the world come here to study its incredible biodiversity. But Isolo isn't just about nature, it's also about people. The Bara people who have lived here for centuries left behind something remarkable. Ancient burial sites hidden within the cliffs and caves. These sacred places remind visitors that this land is more than a park. It's a place where human history and nature's story are deeply connected. The climate here adds another layer of uniqueness. Hot and dry most of the year, Isolo shifts between a cooler dry season and a warmer wet season. When the rains come, rivers flow, plants burst into bloom, and natural rock pools fill up, perfect spots where travelers can cool off after a long trek. Tourism in Isolo is carefully managed. Every visitor is required to have a guide, which keeps the experience educational and helps protect the land. Trails and campsites are thoughtfully laid out so people can explore without damaging the fragile ecosystems or disturbing the archaeological sites. Still, challenges remain. Illegal wildfires, often set to clear land for cattle, threaten the park's forests and disrupt its natural balance. Conservationists are working hard to combat these threats, making sure this irreplaceable landscape survives for generations to come. Isolo National Park isn't just another stop on the map. It's a world of stone and spirit, where Madagascar's wild heart beats strong. For anyone willing to venture into its canyons and cliffs, it offers not just beauty, but a deep connection to both nature and history. Number 5. Lokobe Reserve. On the southeastern tip of Nosy Be, a lush green jewel still survives, Lokobe Reserve. This is the very last stretch of lowland rainforest on the island, and at just 740 hectares, it holds more life than you'd ever expect. Step inside, and it feels like you're walking into another time, untouched, alive, and humming with the wild rhythms of Madagascar. Lokobe is a sanctuary in every sense of the word. It's home to the island's most iconic residents, like the black lemur and the brilliantly colored Nosy Be panther chameleon, both species found nowhere else on Earth. The dense rainforest here is a lifeline, not just for these creatures, but for the ecological health of the entire island. Lemurs, reptiles, and countless bird species all play their part in keeping this delicate balance intact. The climate, warm and tropical, with temperatures hovering around 26 degrees Celsius, is perfect for life to thrive. Towering trees form a dense canopy overhead, while the undergrowth provides food and shelter for the reserve's many inhabitants. Everywhere you look, something is alive, whether it's a lemur leaping overhead or a chameleon blending seamlessly into the leaves. Tourism here is carefully controlled to protect the forest. Visitors can only explore through guided walks, winding along narrow paths that lead deeper into the jungle. These treks aren't just hikes, they're immersive experiences. Imagine the thrill of spotting a lemur darting through the branches above or catching sight of a tiny reptile perfectly disguised against the bark of a tree. Every step is a reminder that this forest is teeming with secrets. But Lokobe also faces real challenges. Deforestation and habitat loss are constant threats, and without protection, this last rainforest could disappear. That's why conservation is at the heart of everything here. Ecotourism not only funds the protection of the reserve but also provides income for local communities, ensuring that preserving the forest is in everyone's best interest. Lokobe Reserve is more than just a park, it's a living symbol of Madagascar's struggle to protect its extraordinary biodiversity. Small in size but immense in importance, it represents the beauty, fragility, and resilience of this island's ecosystems. For those who venture here, Lokobe offers a chance to experience the wild soul of Madagascar, pure, raw, and unforgettable. Number 4. Rainforests of the Atsinanana. Stretching along the eastern side of Madagascar lies something truly extraordinary, the rainforests of the Atsinanana. These aren't just ordinary forests. There's 6 national parks, each one playing a vital role in keeping Madagascar's fragile ecosystems alive. It's no surprise that UNESCO stepped in to recognize them as a World Heritage Site. After all, these forests are living museums of evolution. Madagascar has been isolated for millions of years, and because of that, the plants and animals here are like nowhere else on Earth. Step inside, and you'll quickly realize why. From rare primates and endangered lemurs to plants that exist only in these forests, the diversity is breathtaking. Scientists consider them gold mines for research, helping us understand how ecosystems adapt and survive when left untouched by the outside world. But here's the tough part. Even though these rainforests are protected, they're still under threat. Illegal logging, slash-and-burn farming, and small-scale mining continue to eat away at the edges. Every tree lost here isn't just wood, it's a piece of an ancient ecosystem that may never grow back the same way. That's why conservation here is a team effort. Local communities, international organizations, and park managers are working together to strengthen protections, enforce laws, and encourage sustainable practices that benefit people without destroying the forest. It's not easy, but it's necessary. For visitors, exploring the Atsinanana rainforests is nothing short of magical. Walking under the canopy, listening to the calls of lemurs echo through the trees, and discovering plants found nowhere else in the world, you can feel the weight of what's at stake. These parks remind us that conservation isn't just about protecting land, it's about preserving the delicate balance between nature and people here in Madagascar and across the planet. Number 3. Ranomafana National Park. Deep in southeastern Madagascar lies a rainforest unlike any other, Ranomafana National Park. Covering over 400 square kilometers of misty, mountain-covered jungle, this park is a true sanctuary of biodiversity. Its name, Ranomafana, means hot water in Malagasy, a nod to the natural thermal springs hidden within its borders. The park was officially established in 1991, after something remarkable was discovered here: the golden bamboo lemur, a species unknown to science at the time. Since then, Ranomafana has become a critical stronghold for conservation and ecological research. The terrain is as diverse as the life it shelters, with elevations ranging from 800 to over 1,200 meters. That variation creates countless microhabitats, supporting an incredible range of wildlife. Ranomafana is famous for its lemurs, 12 species in total, including the rare greater bamboo lemur and the golden bamboo lemur that first put this park on the map. For anyone hoping to see lemurs in their natural element, this is one of the very best places in Madagascar. The plant life here is just as dazzling. Towering ferns, orchids clinging to branches, and a jungle so dense it feels endless. This lush greenery provides food and shelter for countless species. Among them are 115 species of birds, 62 types of reptiles and amphibians, and a kaleidoscope of invertebrates, many found nowhere else on Earth. Exploring Ranomafana is an adventure in itself. Trails wind through the forest, crossing streams and leading to thundering waterfalls. Guided hikes not only keep the delicate ecosystem protected but also give visitors the chance to learn from local experts while spotting wildlife along the way. At the heart of Ranomafana's conservation work is science. The park is home to the Centre Val Bio Research Station, where scientists from around the world study the rainforest's unique biodiversity. Their work helps us understand how these ecosystems function and, more importantly, how to protect them. Ranomafana isn't just a park, it's a refuge, a living laboratory, and a reminder of what's at stake if we lose Madagascar's wild places. For those who make the journey, it offers not only stunning beauty but also a glimpse into the urgent mission of preserving life on the island. Number 2. Anya Community Reserve. Down in southern Madagascar, near the town of Ambalavo, you'll find the Anya Community Reserve, a place that proves conservation and community can thrive side by side. This reserve may be small, but it's making a big impact. Established in 2001, it's famous for one thing in particular: ring-tailed lemurs, known locally as maki. Here, you'll find them in higher concentrations than almost anywhere else, leaping across the rocky outcrops and basking in the sun. For visitors, they're the main attraction. For the community, they're a source of pride. The landscape is striking. Giant boulders and rugged cliffs rise dramatically over the reserve, dotted with caves, gorges, and patches of green. But Anya is about much more than lemurs. The reserve is also home to reptiles, birds, and a variety of unique insects, many found only in this part of Madagascar. What makes Anya truly special is that it's run by the local community. Before the reserve was created, people here relied heavily on cutting down forests for agriculture. But with ecotourism, things changed. Locals began guiding visitors through the reserve, managing the land, and reinvesting profits into schools, tree nurseries, and conservation programs. The result? Healthier forests, thriving wildlife, and improved livelihoods. Visitors can explore Anya on guided trails that weave past caves and lookout points, with panoramic views of the rugged landscape. Along the way, you'll see troops of lemurs swinging through the trees, learn about the unique plants that grow here, and discover how local traditions connect people to the land. The Anya Community Reserve is more than just a wildlife sanctuary, it's a success story. It shows how protecting nature doesn't have to come at the expense of human needs. Instead, when communities are given the chance to lead, both people and the environment win. Number 1. Sarabangina. Far off the northwest coast of Madagascar, within the Mitsio archipelago, lies a secluded gem, Sarabangina. This tiny island feels like it was made for escape, with soft white sands, turquoise waters, and an atmosphere that seems to slow time itself. It's not just a retreat, it's a paradise where relaxation and discovery go hand in hand. Beneath those crystal waters lies an underwater wonderland. Sarabangina is a hotspot for biodiversity, making it a dream destination for divers and snorkelers. Its coral reefs teem with life, from schools of brilliant tropical fish to the intricate marine ecosystems that make the Mitsio archipelago so extraordinary. At the heart of the island is Constance Sarabangina, a resort that blends luxury with sustainability. With only 25 beachfront villas, it offers guests complete privacy and serenity, while its design and operations are focused on minimizing environmental impact. Here, you can enjoy world-class comfort without losing the raw, natural beauty that defines the island. But Sarabangina is more than a tropical escape. It carries cultural significance too. On its eastern beach rests the tomb of the Sakalava kings of the Mitsio Islands, a sacred place where locals still honor their ancestors. This heritage adds a layer of depth to the island's beauty, reminding visitors that they are stepping into a land shaped not just by nature, but by history and tradition. For those who crave adventure, the island delivers. Guided nature walks lead you through its unique flora and fauna. Out at sea, kayaking, sailing, and diving expeditions reveal another world, coral gardens filled with life, waiting just below the surface. What makes Sarabangina truly unforgettable is its balance. It's a sanctuary where conservation, culture, and luxury exist side by side. A place where the rhythm of nature sets the pace, inviting you to slow down, breathe, and connect with something larger than yourself. Sarabangina isn't just a destination, it's an experience. One that stays with you long after you've left its shores. And with that, our journey through Madagascar comes to an end, a journey across rainforests and coral reefs, volcanic highlands and desert plains, meeting extraordinary creatures and witnessing landscapes found nowhere else on Earth. From the tiny chameleons of Amber Mountain to the mighty baobabs of Menabe, Madagascar reminds us how fragile and how precious our natural world truly is. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed exploring with us, don't forget to subscribe for more journeys across our extraordinary planet. Until next time, keep discovering, keep learning, and keep protecting the wonders of our world.